Stop scrolling for a few minutes because I want to talk to you about sex. Now, I know people get really weird when we talk about this, especially from a biblical aspect. But one, God actually made sex and he made it for a purpose. And two, I'm sick of seeing some bad doctrine going around regarding it. The first one is that God created sex for procreation. While that's true, it's not true that it's the only reason that he made it. God made sex not only for procreation, but for the purpose of bringing two spouses closer together and helping them form a bond of intimacy through the sexual nature. Proof of this is the fact that females have orgasms, but orgasms are not necessary in order to reproduce children. That lets us know that God created the orgasm for the purpose of expressing pleasure, not to make babies, but for pleasure. Now, the next thing I want to address is just really bad doctrine that I'm just sick of seeing, and I believe it's a spirit of religion, is people talking about oral sex being a form of perversion, and they're saying that it's a form of sodomy. I know a lot of you get that because you look in the dictionary or you Google it, and you Google the definition of sodomy, and you see it says anal and oral sex. But I want to remind you, the Bible was not written in English, so it would make more sense to go to the Bible's definition of sodomy as opposed to man's. First off, the word sodomy isn't in the Bible, but the word sodomite is, which is a person who commits sodomy. Let's see what the Bible actually says about a sodomite. Well, you look at that. This is what a sodomite is. A male cult prostitute. It says nothing about them having anal or oral sex in that way, but it says that it's a male prostitute who basically has sex for religious purposes in order to worship a false or idolatrous god. So essentially, it's not how you're having sex, it's who you're having sex with and who you're having it for. So basically, a sodomite is a male cult prostitute, and sodomy is male cult prostitution. But then we also have this scripture. Song of Solomon 2:3. As the apple tree among the trees of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. I sat down under his shadow with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. And his fruit was sweet to my taste. This is what it translates to when it says, and his fruit. Fruit, well, we know people don't create actual fruit, do they? So what's the next one? Offspring. What does that mean? It means that she says she found pleasure in performing oral sex on her husband. And this is the Bible. Follow for more.